Alright, y'all. For a boxer. I'm on this morning commute. Sorry for the background noise. I don't know why you can hear everything in this car. It works in my truck. But yeah, I just want to cook a little bit this morning on this Tank Davis, Keith Thurman topic. You know, Keith Thurman himself has come out and said that, you know, he'd take the Tank Davis fight. And Leonard Ellerby, who seems to be the mouthpiece for Tank Davis, has said that if Keith Thurman's serious about the fight, Tank Davis will knock him out. And basically that that fight's only a phone. All they got to do is make a simple phone call, and they can get that fight made. I'm gonna start with Ellerby first. Where I have a problem is, and I understand that Keith Thurman's Keith Thurman, and that, you know what I'm saying, there are a lot of people out there feel like, you know, Tank taking on Keith Thurman will be a reach, just a little bit too much of a reach for him to be able to accomplish, and that it could be a dangerous fight. He end up getting stopped and so forth. But I'm not even going to talk about that right now. I just want to talk about why my issue with the whole thing is that I want to know why Keith Thurman's just a simple phone call to make the fight. But when it comes to guys like Josh Taylor and guys in the weight class Tank Davis just fought at that appear to be a threat, you know, even Regis Pro grade, why those guys are so difficult to get in the ring with. And I know people think the promotional, you know, there's a promotional aspect of it where these guys may not, well, I think Regis is affiliated with PBC. Taylor, of course, is a top-ranked fighter. But the affiliation isn't the reason that Leonard gave for not want to make the Taylor fight. He basically said that the undisputed champion at 140 pounds and Josh Taylor doesn't bring enough to the table. That was Leonard Ellerby's excuse for not wanting to entertain the Taylor fight. He didn't bring up the promotional differences and anything like that, so I'm not going to give him that as an out. So I have a problem when I hear him talking about how easy it'll be to make a fight with Keith Thurman, because, you know, Keith Thurman's a fighter coming off a loss and a 2-year layoff, regardless of him being 7 pounds north of the weight limit where Tank Davis last campaign. I feel like even if Tank Davis goes in and gets a fight with him, I feel like there's better there's more fights out there that make more sense for Tank, regardless of what the outcome of a Thurman-Tank fight could be. There were fights out there that made a lot more sense for Tank Davis. So, to me, I feel like regardless of how it plays out, that's an effort on Leonard Ellerby's behalf of trying to get a fight with a fighter that has name recognition, but it isn't exactly in the best position to win a fight. So, albeit Tank will be the one coming up in weight, there are a lot of things that you would have to look at and say are in Tank Davis's favor, in my opinion. Now, as for Keith Thurman, I want to know why it is that Keith Thurman has all this interest in a fight with Tank Davis, but there's all these guys at 147 pounds whose names have been kicked around as opponents for Keith Thurman, and Keith never seems to be interested in them. He always has an excuse to shoot down every opponent. But then when you talk about the only guy he seems interested in trying to fight is Errol Spence Jr., who he knows is out of reach for him right now. You know, Keith doesn't even have any logical path to Errol Spence Jr. without going after. The only thing that makes sense would be if he'd have tried to go after your Dennis Ugas, and if he felt confident he could win that fight. But I don't think Keith Thurman, I'm not sure Keith Thurman wins that fight. I'm not sure Keith believes that he wins that fight. You know, for me, when it comes to Keith Thurman, I need to see Keith at least get a fight on the schedule. I'd like to see him get a fight on the schedule against a notable opponent and get in the win column before I start talking about him, you know, actually really serious about making fights at 147 pounds. Right now, he's just talking. Keith is on YouTube in more videos than I am right now, talking about boxing. So it's hard for me to really look at him as Keith Thurman, the former champion, on the way back up, trying to reclaim his position in the welterweight division, trying to reestablish himself. Right now, he's one step short of having a full-time podcast, you know. So I just look at both sides, and I'm losing respect for them by the minute, by the way they're moving. And I'm talking about Tank Davis's handlers, and I guess Tank, because he's allowing it to happen. He's not speaking out against it. He's going along with it. You know, he's happy with what he's getting. And also Keith Thurman. So to me, I just want to, there are other fights I want to see both guys in. I don't have the effort. I'm not going to put the effort or energy into entertaining the thought of the fight between these guys, and I'm not going to get excited about it. And I'll be honest, because it's not a fight I want to see for either guy, and even though it could end up being a really good fight, it's not a fight I'm going to support. So if they put it on pay-per-view, I'm saying right now, I'm not going to buy the pay-per-view. I'm just tired of boxing giving us what they want to give us, when there's so much that we greatly appreciate getting right there to be given to us, but they want to give us go all the way out of the way to give us everything but that. But that's all I got to say on that. D-Lo 404 Boxing. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I'm out. Peace.